Mental health care within the Amish community has been an issue of contention throughout history, with only recently, in the late 20th century, having conversations related to mental health care. The resistance toward mental health care stems from several different roots, with two of the main ones being the reluctance of support or help from those outside of the Old Order Amish community, and another as a skepticism toward health care in general, unless it is by a trusted member of the community, and the treatment only includes natural or homeopathic remedy to the symptoms. Needless to say, the movement in the direction of understanding and embracing mental health care has been spanning much time. Many Old Order Amish members are beginning to see mental illnesses such as anxiety or depression as a physical illness, therefore being able to be treated with medication. Old Order Amish community members have been and continue to be hesitant and avoidant toward talk therapy of any sort because of the intentionality of members practicing the faith tradition to keep to him or herself and to not share personal reflection or family issues. Other discomforts toward talk therapy include fear of cross-gender therapist-to-client relationships and a fear of the professional convincing the client to leave his or her traditional Amish roots. The Old Order Amish community prides itself on self-sustainability, meaning that each member of the community and each community is able to sustain itself in all areas of life without help or support from outside people or groups, with the biggest support entity being the local church and the bishop and religious leaders of that community. Trials and difficulties are seen as means in which to show faithfulness to God through withstanding the hard time. A common concern with Old Order Amish mental health care is the reality that members of the community do not have public health care, therefore many times making mental health care not affordable. One of the first inpatient mental health facilities accepted by Old Order Amish community members was Oak Lawn Hospital in Indiana, which was under the leadership of Lee Hochschletter, who was raised by an Old Order Amish family and had a deep understanding of Amish beliefs and values. The partnership began in 1989, and 10 years later, Hochschletter wrote several newspaper articles highlighting different mental illnesses, and then began receiving letters in the mail almost every day from his Old Order Amish audience wanting to gain more knowledge about the different mental illnesses. Because of the positive response of the articles, Hochschletter engaged in conversations with Old Order Amish bishops and other religious leaders to determine what would be permissible mental health care within the Old Order standards. The conversations were a mixture of positive and negative, but the voices of criticism were outweighed by the encouraging voices, and Rest Haven at Oak Lawn Hospital was birthed. Rest Haven has since served as a catalyst for many other Amish mental health facilities to open near Old Order Amish communities. Although there are now mental health facilities near many Old Order communities, many families still choose to send their loved ones to other Old Order mental health facilities because of the great stigma still seen around topics of mental health care. A group of progressive Old Order Amish coined the name People Helpers, which quickly caught on in communities as groups of people who were trained to be compassionate listeners and non-anxious presences during times of loss or crises, and to be listening ears for community members needing to process events from their lives. People Helpers began to be the leading educators of and advocates for mental health care within Amish communities. People Helpers also served as the mediator between traditional skeptics and professional mental health practitioners. Mental health care within Old Order Amish communities is shifting and changing and being molded by the members of each individual community.